Today's adventure is I'm driving 3 hours out to Harrisburg from Pittsburgh to go buy a trailer. An open trailer, just a regular open car hauler for the Escalade, since I sold my big one and now I have no trailer. So that's kind of an important thing. I'm going back to an open trailer because using what I sold my big trailer for and what I will sell this truck for, the dually, to buy a motorhome. So that's my deal. I need a 20-foot long, 10,000 pound GVRW open trailer, because the regular ones with the 7,000 pound weight rating, they're not good enough for the Escalade. I've used them before and it's overloaded and it shouldn't be done like that. But so I'm getting one. It's going to be more than what I need with the 10,000 pound gross weight capacity. I should be able to put my Duramax on the trailer and be just fine. So I'm looking at two different models. One is the Max D N6X and the other one is manufactured by TopHat. The TopHat's cheaper by like $1,000. They have the same weight rating, the same size, but the Max D has like an adjustable tongue height and a winch plate where the TopHat does not. So I'm going to this place to decide which one I want to get. I don't know. It'll have to depend if the winch plate and adjustability of the Max D justifies the extra $1,000. Otherwise, I'll buy the TopHat, and when I want to get a winch, I'll just make my own winch plate because I can do that. Even if I don't have a rock guard or anything, I can make that myself. Like I don't want to spend any more money than I need to get a good trailer, but I also don't want to cheap out and get one with a wooden deck because I think they look bad. So that's my scenario. I'm also at the dealership now, and we'll see what they look like when I get there. So I've been looking at both of these for a little bit, and there is the Max D right there, and then that one's the TopHat. And I'm gonna go with the Max D, even though it is $1,000 more, because it's all powder coated, everything, even the underside. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's a better finish. That's adjustable, which isn't really a big deal, but the 4-stage powder coating is a big deal to me, because this one is just painted, and if you look underneath, it is not the same as it is on the top. Like, they didn't cover everything. So to me, I foresee this one wearing out and looking cruddy pretty easily, whereas that one's gonna stay looking nice. You keep up with the aluminum, the powder coat's gonna hold its shine better. On top of that, this one has a shorter tongue compared to that one. So not only will, like, I'll be pulling it behind a motorhome, so it's gonna be tight. If I need to back up and reposition somewhere, I want room to be able to do it. I'm gonna have more room with the Max. And there's more room up here to put a toolbox or like a deck with a spare tire. The winch plate's already on there, not a huge deal, but also what is cool is these bolt in instead of weld in on that one. So if it breaks, you can replace it easier. Tail lights are integrated into these side ramps where the TopHat does not have that. So you bang your leg on it, go one way or the other. The ramps are set up about the same. I'm going to pick it up now. I just think this is a better unit. I mean, look how nice it is under there. It's all powder coated, everything. Getting it all loaded up now. And even just like walking on the deck, I can like jiggle, like shake back and forth, and I can feel the jack kind of move on the ground. Like, it's not as stable on the TopHat, and I could feel the deck itself moving on the bracing underneath it. Like, it'll squish down a little bit and I'll hear like crunch, like there's just like a little bit of surface rust between it and the under bars, where the Max it doesn't move like that. So it just feels more solid. I think it's worth the extra money in the long term. So as you know, I went with the Max D, and got it back. Been here at my dad's house for a couple weeks, just getting everything sorted out. It's got little Elvis put all back together with new front end components. And it came with this cap on it. I never really liked it, but I could lock it so I could put like my welder and stuff back there and not lose it. So it's still on there for now, but I'm eventually gonna replace it with like a regular black tonneau that's lower profile. But I do like this trailer. It's built really well, and I haven't towed with a vehicle on it yet, but just like, look how shiny that is. And it's super dirty right now. I haven't washed it since I got it back. It's got this adjustable tongue here. And I guess this easy latch thing, you don't actually have to pull it up. You can just put it on there and it'll go and clip right onto the ball, which is cool. This is nice and easy to crank. And that pops up so you can put the pin in there so you don't gotta crank it for 10 minutes. But it's built very well. It's got cambered Dexter axles on it. See up there? You can actually see the camber. It's pretty apparent. But check it out under here. Look how clean that is. Like, it's just as shiny on the bottom deck as it is on the top. I think that's pretty awesome. Just like the rigidity of the frame, it's all there. This thing is an absolute unit of an open car trailer. And I'm super pumped to use it. I will post more updates once I tow it out there, but what I'm actually going to be doing is when I go back to Texas/Oklahoma, I'm going to tow this truck, my 07, out there with my dually, and then sell the dually, because dualies are easier to sell out there. Nobody uses dualies in Pennsylvania. So I'm doing that. Escalade's still out there at 777, and then old Elvis here will be back to being my daily driver, which I'm pretty pumped about because I really like this truck. I drove it for a year before the dually, and it just kind of sat after I got it because I was gone literally all the time and never had a chance to show it to anybody who wanted to buy it. So it worked out well. This is going to be my daily driver again. Trailer's gone, dually's going to be gone. I'm going to buy a motorhome and tow the new trailer behind the motorhome for longer trips, or for shorter trips I'll just tow the Escalade around with this truck again like I did back in the day, so to speak. So maybe you learned something. If you got any trailer questions, let me know. I did a fair bit of research on these before purchasing this one. And yeah, if you want to see the resurrection of old Elvis here, I did another video on that with Father John doing the PPE tie rods, AC Delco, Pitman idler, all that stuff. It's so much tighter up front here, it's unbelievable. But yeah, that's over there. Hit that subscribe button and follow the story. That's all this channel is really about, is more or less documenting over creating content. Even if, you know, I don't get a ton of views on these right now, my channel's pretty small, but for the core of you that do and that have made it to the end of this clip, I really appreciate you, and I hope that you learn stuff by seeing what I'm doing, or at least are entertained by it, because otherwise I'm wasting my time. Well, not really, because even if nobody watches this stuff, I would still make it, if for no other reason to be able to go back and watch it down the road when people are like, well, what did you do back when blah blah blah, when I'm like, you know, off career wise where I want to be and all that. Everybody's got a crazy story. Well, how cool would it be to be able to go back and see that whole crazy story develop over the years? So that's why I'm doing it. Hit that subscribe button, follow the story.